Hello, welcome back. We're continuing to work on our survival horror game. The demo is it's getting there. It's getting there. I feel like I've got all the areas linked together. I need to update all the graphics, which will take a bit of time. Add to combat. Today I thought I would try and implement some of the final gameplay, so like picking up notes, ammo, health, these sort of things. I still need to tidy up a little bit of the logic, so it's not going to be perfect, but I'll see what I can do today. Also add in the footsteps as well. You know, the footsteps really do help add more immersion. So I'm just going to quickly bring up the chat here before we get started. Give me a moment. Q. Hope everyone's had a great week. Yes, we're not too far away from the PS5 now, especially if you live in America, United States. You should be getting yours next week. Good thing is I'm going to get Sackboy's Big Adventure next Thursday, so even though I don't have the PS5 at the same time, we can still stream that on the PS4, which is quite cool. So I'm looking forward to that. Okay, bringing up the chat now. Come on YouTube, you can do it. Who got first today? What do you think? Oh, Stu, he beat everybody. He got first place today. Well done. Nice to see you, Stu. House Schmooman's going to be devastated. Hope you've been keeping well. Hey Cugsley, nice to see you again. It has been a challenge catching your streams, but here I am. Oh, excellent. Excellent, yes. It's not so easy. I was actually thinking about doing more streams, but doing the streams at this time every day is not so possible. I can do it on Monday, sometimes on Thursday and Fridays, but I always try to stream like throughout the week, but it's not easy. But I was thinking like maybe like UK lunchtime I might do like some throwaway extra streams on Twitch, just as I'm like not taking a stream too seriously, just be putting a bit more work into this before I go get lunch. But I try and make the YouTube streams at least more bulky, so we actually do make good progress. But I hope you're doing well too. Just some dude, you're back again. Hello. I've become interested in Dreams again. Yes, I can see that. I can see that by your presence. Yeah. Hopefully, this game won't be too far away, and it'll increase your interest even more. If you live in the US, you're more likely to get a civil war than a PS5. I mean, that is true. That is true. get accused of fraud and God knows what else. Alright, what am I going to start with today? So, I think I'll start with the simple stuff first, right? I'm going to... hold on, I think I need to take my search off a minute, so I can go back to the streets. I'm basically just going to put in the footsteps. Sounds really simple, but it makes the world of difference. It really does. Okay. So the only scene I've really done graphically is the alleyway scene and possibly the corridor in the job centre, or the work central I should say. All of these areas still need a lot of graphical work, so that's what I'm going to be working on probably this weekend to finalise. I'm going to do those rulers. So we've got our character, and I updated all of our logic. So in here, ta-da, we should have a microchip up here. This is basically all the footsteps, and I can add more depending on if I need to. So we've got wood, stone, metal, gravel, dirt, grass, and water, because you never know, you might go through some puddles. So if I update this scene later, Maybe I'll add some sections with some puddles. I'm trying to think. I think everything will just sound the same. Like I could do a different sound effect for the road, and then the path would sound a bit different. I'll probably optimize some of the sound effects as well. Like when you're running down the alleyway, maybe the sound effect changes a little bit. But right now, I'm just going to throw down stone, I guess. I think that makes sense, right? So I just need to get a sensor. Quickly put this down. I'm at that stage in the demo now where I'm just sort of like finding little things to do on all the scenes. So I'll add the footsteps, the sound effect for the footsteps and all the scenes. Then I'll look at to add the documents that you can pick up and read. I'll add like the ammo, the health, those sort of things. Maybe they don't work perfectly logic wise. I might need to tweak them a little bit. But I'll try and put the placements in, make sure everything's working well. I'll add in some of the variables as well. So like when you find a key, you can use it on a door in another scene. So I need to activate all that kind of stuff as well. And then after that, I guess it's just the graphics that I need to update. And then I'm going to add the enemies last. I'm going to add them last. Hopefully they don't take me too long to make. Okay, so we need to detect no wait, what are we doing? What are we doing here? That's right, we need to detect the player so we can activate the stone sound effect. So I'm just going to do this really messy right now. Okay, stone. I'll put that in there. Okay. So again, we'll just do this really quickly because who cares, right? I just want to see if this works. It's a big area, so I'm going to have to cover quite a lot of ground here. Okay, I think that'll do. Bring it in a wee bit here. Okay, so that should be enough to do some footsteps. So let me quickly test that out, right? Just let me know if it works. Right. Hey Jennings, sorry. I have arrived. Excellent. Good to see you again. I'm trying to recreate one of the old Five Nights at Freddy's games because over an entire decade I also picked back up interest in the franchise. I've never actually played that, to be honest. Funny enough. One thing I am getting back into is Little Big Planet, right? Because when the PS5 comes out, I want to download Little Big Planet 3 again, just to see if the frame rate and everything improved. And I was thinking about doing this series where I would try and make like a short game in Little Big Planet, remake it in Dreams, and then compare to see which one is better. So I'm going to quickly put an earphone in so I can hear what's going on. Okay. So this is a very basic scene, right? So you can kind of hear the footsteps, right? They're quite subtle, but I think it's. I don't want to make it too loud. You know, you get those Japanese games where the footsteps are like tut 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 tut, and it's like that. Because as you can see, when you walk, you don't hear the footsteps, because obviously you're lighter on your feet. But if you're running, you know, obviously you're more likely to hear them. So I think, hold on, I think it worked quite well. Let me see, I couldn't quite hear them when I was inside the alleyway for some reason. I don't know if that was my fault. Look, I need to make it a bit lower under the ground. Let me try that again. So all the graphics here, all the placements, this is still needs to be worked on. This scene is going to be like, I think this scene's going to be the hardest one to make all these buildings feel quite unique. Right, there we go. I fixed the footsteps, I think. I'm not hearing them over here. I can hear them here, but I can't hear them on that side for some reason. I don't know if it's because of the cameras, like too far. What? Oh, what? That's why. It's because when I was like moving it, right? That's like the size of a building, right? Because these are temporary buildings, so they're not all going to be like this size. So I've reduced it a bit too much. Right. I think that's it now. Right. Try one more time, right? Oh, it's going to be so good. Once I get the graphics updated, I polish some of the placements, get the zombies in, get all the sound effects, all the zombies in the background, and the other parts of the street, you know, like the ambulance and the police, and oh, it's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. Right, at least we can hear the footsteps now. Okay. One thing I do need to add to the doors are, I'm going to take away this light, and I'm going to put a spotlight just so it's a little easier to see the doors. Right, hold on. Don't want to make it too bright. Okay. So let's see how that would look. 'Cause this is quite a dark scene. Right, let me push that up a bit, I think. Maybe put it to like 2% like that. I suppose it depends on the type of door. Some doors probably need a bit more light. I could make it a bit closer, but I think I'll just keep it on 2. So let me test that out. Try again. Right now, the logic lets me go back into the job centre, right? Even though I haven't actually built a proper door for it. If we stand here, you can actually enter the job centre. But I still need to work on that one. Because this was like a last minute thing I kind of done. Right, I'm not gonna worry too much about the logic just now. But at least we got the footsteps in, which is good. So I'll just quickly save that. Do the same for the next scene. Hey Scary Animations, welcome back. I love Five Nights at Freddy's. Maybe I'll give the new one a go when it comes out on PS5. I don't know, I've just never got into it, I guess. I don't know why. I think mostly because it was like a PC game for a long time, and I don't really play stuff on the PC, so you know, it didn't make sense for me. Right, I don't know if I added the sound effects. Let me see. I don't think I did. So I'll add the wood now. It's all very messy logic, but the scenes are quite small, so it's not so difficult to find where I put all my logic. I'll tidy everything up later, right? That's my motto. Right, so now the same thing here, just that we'll put in wood. And then we'll try our best to make this work. And whilst we're in this scene as well, there's actually some ammo you can pick up here. So I haven't finished the animation for picking up the ammo, but I'll put in some logic that lets us at least pick it up, I think. Right, so that should go underneath there, it should go over here. Okay, well, let's try that. I mean, it's not super wood, but you can kind of tell that there's a bit of heaviness to it. I can also add some creaks, you know, creaky noises to some of the floorboards every now and again, just to make it come a bit more to life. So what I'll do here is now for the ammo, I need to put in logic that basically lets me pick it up. So there's going to be like two separate bits of logic. One bit of logic that basically deletes this graphic and activates the animation, which then gives you the ammo. I don't think I've imported the inventory yet. So once I finalise the animation for the ammo, I'll import the inventory, and then when we pick up the ammo, we'll actually see that. So let me see what this is. I think this was an old one I got, because before I was using this, before I put ammo here, I was pressing X on this shelf, and it was basically saying like, oh, there's nothing useful here. But obviously we found the handgun ammo, so let's see. We need to face it, right? Right, so the player needs to stand like at least within that kind of radius, right? Could maybe move the ammo over slightly, just so you don't get too caught in the corner here. So I'll move this a little bit. Okay. Well, as long as you're standing, you don't have to be like right on the ammo. Like if you're standing roughly in the area, that's good enough for me. The facing door, that was so that you couldn't just press X when you're standing inside the radius. You actually need to face the object. It's easier to do it for doors because they're big, right? But when you've got like little gaps here, it's not so easy. So I think I created this because this was going to be like a, if you had to face the ammo, right, to pick it up. So I'm going to make this like roughly the same kind of size as the ammo, so you're actually facing it to pick it up. So that should be good. So you're facing it, you're in the zone, you press X, don't need that, and then we basically pick up the ammo. So I don't think I need this logic here. This is just if you're observing something that doesn't actually do anything. I can probably keep that for if you press X on, I think this part. I think I did it for that part. Like if you pressed X on some of the boxes, it would say like useless junk, nothing important. I'm glad to hear. Nice. Oh, hello, Hal Schmoomin, you've made it. Sadly, you're not first today. The notification didn't appear again. Oh no, that's not good. I tried to send it on the PlayStation as well, just in case the YouTube one didn't go through. I have a problem with the recreational game. My PS3 absolutely sucks at internet connection, however any other device in the room can. Yeah, the PS4, the original PS4, the Wi-Fi card is very weak. So yeah, it's not going to do much for you there. If you upgraded to a Pro, it's meant to be a lot better, but I don't know if you would upgrade just to get better Wi-Fi. But yeah, it's one of the main flaws with the PS4. Same with the Vita. It has a very poor Wi-Fi card, so you have to get quite close. That's why when I stream now, I always use the Ethernet cable. Because even though I'm not that far from the router, it's still like 70%, you know, 80%. So I just wire it up just to be safe. The Jobby Centre, that's it. Good old Jobby Centre. I'm forced to create the sculptures myself, but I think I'm getting the hang of sculpting with a DualShock controller. I'm going to try and sculpt soon. It's not going to be till after this project's over, to be honest, because I think we've gone so far now that there's no point in me sculpting things for this game. But not every game I'll sculpt from scratch, but I will practice, so at least if we're looking for something and we can't find it, then at least I can sculpt it myself, you know. I'm also adding animation, unlike the other games where the animatronic characters don't just go from the stage to the hallway. Alright, so you're actually going to make them walk around and do things. That's quite cool. LB's in the zone right now, literally. Oh yes, I'm in the trigger zone. The trigger zone! Yeah, you laugh that up, just some dude. Right, so I need to basically redo this logic so that, oh, that was weird, I thought something disappeared there. Right, this disables the character so that when you select it, it doesn't allow you to do anything until it resets again. So obviously, this is not going to be my final logic, because we're going to have like a cutscene that comes up to shows you the ammo. But just for now, we'll do a quick pickup. So like you found handgun ammo. So in the final version, this whole sentence, I'm going to highlight the handgun ammo in green, just like the rest of the things that you find. So basically, we'll say you found handgun ammo, and there's two ways we can do it. We can either delete it or we can just turn it off and on. I think I had some logic here actually for the. See, here's an example here. When you found the work central map, it comes up like that. Maybe that's what I can do. Maybe I can just steal this. This was also to make it flash. In fact, yeah, let's steal this one. Right, let's steal that. I'll redo everything else. At least it's got everything. So like you found handgun ammo, right? Right. Something like that, right? Just like that. So then we've got I need to redo this animation. It was basically a flash. So if I show you here, here it kind of flashes. So here it's off. It'll gradually go up to, let me see what it was. I don't know if it was this here, the glow. So I put it to like 5% glow. So like if you can see here, if it does it, see, you kind of see it flashes a little bit. It's not too in your face. It's just kind of there, so it doesn't bug people. So I'll need to redo that for the ammo as well. Let me see. I'm going to do a completely new one just because I don't want to clash with the other keyframes. Like I could reset these, but then I'd have to like go back and press triangle. I don't want to do that. Okay, so right, this might be a little more complicated because the ammo is grouped. So let me see what I can do. That could be a problem. Right, let's see if we can make this flash, right? So we've got, let me turn on my grid just to get it perfect. Okay, so basically we've got the on and the off state. Then we need another one kinda in the middle. More or less. And then this one is going to be the one that flashes. Let's see. Because on the map it was white, so 5% was good enough, but I think 5% here is not strong enough. Maybe like 25? Let's see, does 25 work? So see, it kind of flashes, so just to catch people's eye, you know. So I'll try play this scene, right? We'll see if we notice it. Right, there's the map, right? You can kind of see it flashes, right? If you pay attention to it, you can see it, right? So I don't want it to be so obvious that it's right in your face. So there's the ammo there, right? I mean, that looks good. Like, it's flashing. It's not so frequent, and it's not so bright. It's just enough that it's like, hey, don't forget about me. I'm over here, you know? Because the problem is, a lot of people won't play games like this, where you have to investigate the environment to find ammo and health and whatever. Because we've got a lot of decoration, right? So people might not know, what can I pick up? So at least I'll do this, and then it gives people an idea of what they can pick up. And then eventually they'll get used to recognising the kind of things that they need to find. Hey Godslayer Dev, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. I always feel bad when I don't sculpt from scratch and use the Dreamiverse, but then I remember that's what it's there for. Exactly. I mean, I've used about, let's say, like 99% community assets for this entire game, and you'd be surprised, it actually works quite well. The only time I have problems is if I'm trying to look for something that's too specific. So for example, I was looking for some sculpts that I can use in the hospital, so like some hospital machines, things like that. If the Dreamiverse doesn't have it, then obviously I'm a bit screwed. Thankfully we had a creator called Schemecos. He did a lot of assets for us, which was great. But yeah, that's the only time you'll ever come up against a problem where you can't find what you're looking for, or you find it but it's not so good, it's not so well made. But I've been making this project for like, what, 11 months, and when I started searching for some assets, obviously there wasn't as many as there are today. So now I'm going back, I'm searching for things that I needed many months ago, and I'm finding people actually sculpted. For example, a packet of crisps. Seems simple, right? But it never existed before. And then I think Lady Lex made it. I don't know when she made it, but you know, it's always expanding. You'll always find what you're looking for eventually. But yeah, it doesn't hurt to obviously learn how to sculpt, and just in case you need it. But you should never feel bad about it. That's the whole point. If you build all your assets from scratch, you'll be there forever. Honestly, you're wasting time. At the very least, build a scene using community assets until you get the gameplay looking good, until you can finally say, right, I'm happy with this scene, so now I'm going to go back over the scene again and update all the graphics. Because at the end of the day, graphics are just graphics. They don't change how the game plays. So focus on graphics last. That's what I say. Unless you want to impress people immediately. Same until my PS4 said, have a fun time spending half an hour on sculpts instead of actual gameplay. Exactly. So focus on the gameplay first. Use community assets just to figure out what your scene looks like, or even just use blocks, like simple blocks, to see where can I go, what obstructions do I have, where are the items, things like that. And then the graphics will come, because even this scene is not finished yet. I still need to update the graphics on this scene. Like, it looks okay. All of this is community assets, you know, and I managed to make something half decent. It's just like, see these crates? Maybe I'm not super happy with these particular crates, so I might need to retexture them or make some of my own crates. But a lot of the other things are fine, like the boxes are boxes, they do. The shelf I'm not entirely happy with, but it's alright, you know. Same with those kind of brown boxes there and the white containers on the top. Maybe I'm not so happy with those. Those are some things I'm probably going to update afterwards. But at the end of the day, they don't actually change the gameplay, so it's not a priority right now, you know. Yeah, shout out to the Dreamer who made the first movable tentacle, by the way. You made the first movable tentacle, is that right? You've never seen it before. A very useful asset for enemies and aesthetics. I'll look it up right now. Oh, a movable tentacle. I could definitely use that for one of my bosses, maybe. Could reshape the sculpt and make it for a tail. Could do. A jointed tentacle arm by Pikachu. Oh, nice. So yeah, you could use some assets and use them in many different ways. That's also good as well. Right, so I've got that flashing. That's part one, right? Now we just need to actually pick it up. So I need to redo some logic here. So these are my variables. So the game knows that when I come back to this scene, this ammo will no longer be visible, and it will no longer be, you'll no longer be able to pick it up, basically. So I used a NOT gate because it's like, this works until this is active. So as soon as I pick up the map or the ammo, I basically can't pick it up again. So I'm going to have to make a variable for like every single ammo that you find in the game, so the game knows exactly where you found that ammo. So let's just say, let's make it specific, right? Handgun ammo, first floor corridor, right? I'm going to update all these variables, but since this is just a demo, we don't need to worry about any future things. So handgun ammo, first floor corridor, right? And then we need to, so that's going to get that, and this is going to add to it. So basically once we select this, this will add and then that'll delete, not delete, but hide this, and it will prevent me from actually using this logic again. So I just need to update this. Let's look. Where's my handgun ammo? There we go. Let me see, where did I connect the map to? What was it? It was this. It was this here, wasn't it? So basically this is always on until this activates, and then it turns off. Right. So let's see if this works, right? Hold on. So yeah, it's basically going to bring up a text. It's going to disable the character from moving. You can still press X, you just can't move. But like I said, this text here, when you pick up the ammo, this is just me doing a quick version. The final version, when you pick this up, it's going to have like a cutscene where the ammo comes up on the screen, just like all the other items you can find in the game. So once I import the inventory, this part will change, just this part here. Right, let's see if that actually works. Just like the map. Right, so we've got our ammo here. Ah! Right, hold on, let me see. Something's not detecting properly. Right, excuse me. Ah, it's because I changed it, remember, and I didn't update the radius. That's what it was. Okay. Simple mistake. Simple mistake. Right, let's just put it to like that, right? See if that works. So I'm going to pick this up now, hopefully. And it didn't delete. Right, what happened? I think it's because I've got my video modifiers, but I didn't put the actual variable here. Right, here's my variables, right? Here's when you get the job center map. Here's when you get the key for the records room down here. This is when you've got the key, it updates the logic. It unlocks the door, and this is when you unlock it to sort of say when you come back to this scene, you can go straight through the door. So the first time you get back into this scene, this is going to be active. It'll activate the thing that says you unlock the door, but obviously you don't want that to happen all the time, so then I need to have a second variable. And technically I don't need to have a second variable. I could just use the same one and just increase the number, because if you're doing things in order, you can increment the numbers. So it's like, if this variable's on 1, it gives me the dialogue to say I've unlocked the door. Increase it to 2, then it will just let me go straight through the door. So technically I don't need to. Technically I don't need to. You only need to do separate variables, I believe, if you're collecting things in a random order, whereas this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so we know exactly what's happening and when. So let me add that variable then for the handgun ammo. Just make sure it's case sensitive, just in case, right? Okay, so now we've got the actual variable now, so that should work now, hopefully. So we'll pick that up. Hopefully it disappears now. Yay! You found the handgun ammo. Ta-da! And it's gone. So now when we go back, it doesn't actually activate anymore. And what should happen is that when we go through the door and then we come back to this scene, the ammo should be gone. Always gone, which is good. So I think that looks good for now. We'll still update this scene again later once I input the inventory, so I can make a proper cutscene for the ammo. So I'll save this. before I forget. Yeah, I've been focusing on sound and level design last. Just simple walls first, gotta get the combat going. Yeah, I mean, if you don't have a good game, right, there's no point in making amazing graphics. I've seen a lot of games and things like that in Dreams that have amazing graphics, but the gameplay is like, it's just not there, you know? It's alright for some games, but at the end of the day, if we're making games, we want to make them good to play, you know? Reckley! Hello, Reckley! Nice to see you. Hey bro, sorry I'm late. Busy day. Yep, busy day. I'm expecting a Friday. Get everything finished for the week, hopefully. Yeah, I'll need to show you the save room music. What I'll actually do, right? Everything still looks a bit wonky right now, but what I can do is, rather than just show you the save music, I'll in here. I'll play through it again. Hopefully it's okay. I don't know what I updated here. Let's just update it anyway, right? Okay. So I'll save this and I'll go to the. I'll actually run through the whole thing. Just for anyone that's not seen this, the demo progress so far. And then I'll show you the save room, the music, hopefully. Been looking for a way to make enemies or objects invisible. We'll be watching this stream later for reference. This ammo bit is super useful, thanks a lot. Yeah, all you need is the NOT gate and the variable. You don't need the variable if you're only using one scene. It's only if you're coming back and forward between scenes. Because not every game is going to do that. Some games might just go 1, 2, 3, you know, go to the next area, My game goes back and forward, so it needs to save a lot of data. So that's the only way you would need a variable. But yeah, just to turn things on and off, just use the NOT gate. You know, when it's active, it works. When it's not active, it doesn't. But like I always say, when you use logic, there's always like a ton of different ways you can do things. So my way is not the only way, you know. It's gone. It has disappeared. It vanished. Is there currently a way to put a camera view onto a sculpt? Yeah. Are you talking like to put the camera behind the character? You just need to scope the camera inside the character, and it'll stay there, really. So let me play through this quickly so I can show everybody, plus Reckley, the save file. So I've only got the footsteps working in the alleyway, the street outside, and the first floor corridor of the work centre. So here we've got our new footsteps here, which are okay. I think they work quite well. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to update all the scenes, put in more footsteps, put where all the ammo and the health and the documents and all the key items, where they're all going to go. And I'll try and get the inventory ready to implement. So here we go. So we want our map, right? We got the map. We don't have the key for this yet. Let's test this, right? Right, you got the ammo, right? So that's the thing. You need to put this in a dream before you can test it, because you need to be able to go from scene to scene. Let me just see if this works, right? Because I've not really worked on the variables, right? So let's go back the way. Oh, I need to fix that camera. It's still there. Damn it. I think it's maybe because I didn't click persist in Dream, maybe. I think that's what it was. Don't worry, I'll fix it. Right, let's go to the save room, right? Watch her jumping all over the walls. This character still needs a bit of work. Like these animations are just the procedural animations, so she kind of bobbles a little bit. I'm going to redo all of her animations and things like that. Staircase here, which I need to update because I was working on it last night. So this is the save room at the end of this corridor here. Are you ready? Hopefully it's good enough. Right. So if you're familiar with Resident Evil, you'll know there's always like a save room, a place where you can relax, save your game, not have to worry about anything. So this was actually under oath. He made this track for the save room. I actually think it's really cool. You know, you can just sit and chill, and you can save your game. Here I've got a key, because since this is the first save room of the game, I wanted to put a key there so that people would have to come into this room. You have to come in and save your, not save your game, but at least recognise this is where the save point is. So once we got all this room looking nice, it's going to be good, nice and cosy, I think. It's good. See, I think music really brings a project to life. Like, 'cause you can have the graphics, the gameplay, but the music, it really ties it all together. Because you could have a game that's not that great, but if it has like amazing music, it can make a big difference. At least I think so anyway. Yeah, so that's basically the save room theme. It just loops over and over. So if I love it. It's like a sigh of relief. Goes perfect. Nice. I was literally sitting in this room when I was talking to you one day, and I was just sitting here like that, not realising I was like listening to it. It was just kind of like, it had me tranced, because it's quite easy to listen to, you know, like it's quite calming, quite peaceful, because the soundtrack for the other areas in the game is obviously going to be more horrific, so once you get here it's like, all good, we're all good. My favourite part here. You know, it's that kind of music that hits the soul, you know? I can feel it, oh yeah. You're going to spend like an hour in this room. You're going to enter a save room and you're going to go, oh no, and how am I going to leave this room again? Yeah, so let's leave that for now. And boom, we're back into the chaos. It's got quite a subtle track for this section of the game. So once we get to this area, I'll need to flesh out all the details, because right now it's just walls and floors. I need to put some stuff up in the walls, maybe some plants, some benches that you can sit on. You know, maybe some stuff lying around on the floor. These kind of things. So boom. So there's my stairs. Down the stairs we go. So I think that's all I added. I added the stairs animation, I added the bathroom. Ooh. That was it. That's all I've added. I also, I added the... Once you get the fire extinguisher, you can leave through this door, which basically loops you back through to the streets. I need to fix the camera angle once obviously once I've got the buildings finalised. So yeah, and once I get the actual doorway, I should be able to go back through here, and then ta-da! We're back here again. Oh, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. I can feel it. get the graphics done, get the zombies in, get the sound effects, get all the gameplay smooth as hell. Oh, it's gonna be good. And I'm going to double check, see what I did wrong with this variable. Let me see, what did I do wrong? Yeah, look, I didn't enable persist in Dream. That is a rookie mistake. So when you're using variables, make sure you click this, because if you don't, it doesn't actually save. So it's all for nothing. There we go. Persist, always persist. Otherwise, there's no point. So that should work now, right? So I'll update this. I'll test it. If it's working, we can move on. It's really boring that if you want to test these kind of things, you need to update the scene, save it, you know, jump back into it again, you know. Right, let's test this now, right? Just jump straight into this one. Right, so we'll pick up the map. We'll pick up the ammo. Right. So I'll go through here, do the same thing, we'll go through, we'll come back again. And hopefully they're gone. Success! The ammo's gone. Is the map gone? The map is gone. And see, I can't press X on it anymore. It's all disabled. So yeah, the variables are your best friend when you want to do this kind of stuff. It's very simple to do as well. Okay, let's get out of there. So basically, you have to reset your progress if you want to bring the ammo and the map back. So when I'm testing this, obviously I need to keep resetting it to get it back to its original state. But when you play this game, don't ever reset your progress, right? Because it's alright in the demo, because the demo's not that long, but if you do that in the full game, you lose everything. So don't even do it. I mean, this game is going to be like maybe like 3 to 5 hours per character. There's 2 characters, and if you reset that, all your progress is gone. Everything. I can't help you there. I feel like I'm about to save a game. You are. The cool thing is, when you save your game in this, I wanted to have a save game that when you die, it reverts back to when you saved it. So imagine you had one key, you saved the game, and then you found a second key, then you die. You don't respawn with 2 keys, you respawn with the one key you had before. So I want to make sure that people actually save their game like a traditional game. It's not like Dreams where it's like, oh, I'm in the next scene, if I die I'll just respawn at the same scene. No, in this game you won't respawn at the same scene, you'll respawn in that save room when you last saved it. And Eternal Darkness, he actually made a really good piece of logic. It's public, anyone can use it, and it's just a save system that does exactly that. So it saves everything you pick up, it saves it, but if you don't save your game at the save point, it deletes all of that stuff. So from point A to point B, everything in between, if you didn't save between at point B, you lose everything, you know. So it's still saving everything as you're going through each room, but if you die or you quit the game, you need to do like a final save, let's say, if that makes sense. Camera's awesome. Still need to work on the camera, because literally the only scene I've really properly worked on was this one. This one's nearly done. I just need to add a zombie, and then this scene's kinda done, like zombie sound effects. Don't you just hate that when suddenly all your scenes just kind of refresh? It's weird. This scene's almost done. Almost. I'm not too happy with. I think the walls are a bit too extreme. Like there's too many little bits and pieces. I want to try and clean up a little bit, and maybe update the shelves. Maybe some of the boxes, like over these ones here. Just like update a few things. Just little pieces, bits and pieces. But they're the only two scenes I've actually put effort into. This one's still a draft. The bathrooms, like the basics are there, but again it's still draft. I still need to do a lot of work, so that more to come on that. So the next one's I'll put the footsteps in this scene. See, it says I need to update a PC monitor, but I don't even know if I've got a PC. Oh, there's a sewer. Right, I need to update, like, this is probably, like, out of all the scenes in this demo, this is probably the worst one, because it's got a lot of basic assets, so like the table, this desk unit. It's not so great. I think this room needs a bit of work. I put some like placeholder things like on the walls, which I need to update, you know. So this room's going to need a lot of work visually, and I'll probably change some of the cameras as we playtest. Alright, so let me just throw in some footsteps, right? This is a carpet, right? But I don't know if I've got a footstep sound for carpet. So let me... Oh, do I have the logic opened already? I think I do. Hold on. Bring this up here. So in here... So I've got wood, stone, metal, gravel, dirt, grass, and water. So if I was to do a carpet, do you think grass would sound similar to a carpet? Because it's kind of soft. I'll test it. If anybody knows of any good footsteps for carpet, let me know. I'll give it a go. It's not so easy to find footsteps sometimes, because sometimes they're like really exaggerated. Like I said, you get those really loud ones, it's like, you know. So I'll just throw this in really quickly. I'll use grass, right? I don't know how loud the grass is going to be, right? If it sounds too much like grass, I'll obviously need to change it. Right, detect the player. Okay. Let's just do this really quickly. Just need to make sure it gets all the way. Okay. Right. So I don't know how this is going to sound because it's grass. Let's see. Kinda works. I mean, yeah. I could maybe turn the volume down a little bit, but I think grass is probably the closest we're going to get to carpet. I don't know if you can hear it, but it works, I think. She's trying in some new shoes. Do you ever remember that when you had to go try on new shoes as a kid? Probably even as an adult. Oh, you need to walk in them, you need to walk in them. You need to make sure they fit you properly. And you felt like such an idiot walking around like a catwalk model. Trying on your new shoes. No thanks. I'm getting constant calls from a random number and I don't know who it is. Answer it and find out. I dare you. Maybe someone found Boveretta. She must have been like stranded on the streets maybe. It ties in good with the horror theme. Feels calming yet despairing. Had to explain. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Some Silent Hill music here. It's just gonna be good, says someone firing a gun. That's how it always works. Believe me, I'm not threatening you at all, right? I'm just saying it as it is, right? Dreams is a little tedious. Yeah, it can be a little tedious when you're working on little trigger zones and little things here and there. I don't mind so much. You kind of get used to it, but yeah, it's not ideal sometimes. You know, you just want to get things working, and it's like it's almost working. You just need to do like a little tweak here, a little tweak there. But once it all works, it's good. It's good. Capcom hire this man. Yeah, one day we'll see. I'm like, Capcom, I'm going to make you a classic Resident Evil game. Take my word for it, it's going to be excellent. Whilst I'm holding a gun. Hey Black Rage Games, welcome. Hope you're doing well. We had a great week. Oh, tartar sauce. Hello, welcome. It doesn't work. What, the grass sound effect? Tweak the grass sound a bit, make it deeper and less crunchy, if that helps. Let's see. I need to bring the back up again, right? So the grass was here, right? Hold on, let me just turn this volume off a minute. It's not so easy to hear it, you know? That's why I had to put 3. Right, so if I made it crunchier, I could either slow it down or I could change like the pitch or something. But then so this is like we want to make it a bit heavier, right? Don't we? So like imagine I just make it 6, right? Let's see if that works. I mean, it's still kind of crunchy. Like I said, I can probably delete one of these because the footsteps are quite hard to hear, but when they get crunchy, it's slightly too loud. I mean, I don't know. It's definitely muffled the sound a little bit, but feels like wet carpet when I make it deeper. Just feels like someone's spilt water all over it. It's very. That's why I think I need to turn the volume down a little bit as well. You project? What do you mean? Is this my project? Like it'd be weird if you heard the sound indoors. Yeah, I'm just trying to think, because you know you get those spongy kind of carpets. Obviously they don't make that much noise, but I could try and reduce the noise a little bit. So it's not so obvious. I think that's like the better way to do it, because if I turn the volume down it's not so in your face, you know? It's not like it's kind of damper. So I think it's quiet enough that you can understand it's carpet without it being too in your face. See, you probably can't hear it that much, but if you wear headphones you'll probably pick up on it a bit better, I think. Oh, Alpha! Oh, Alpha, what have you done? Oh god, you're going to get the John Jerry Steve leg, you are. It's a good thing he's not in this scene, but you're getting a massive leg. Throbbing leg for you. The carpet doesn't really have a sound. I don't know, I always remember when I used to walk on carpet, it was always like, it's got that kind of spongy kind of sound, you know? Do you know what I mean? It's like, even if we just do it for video game form, you know? Like just to... Because if there's no sound, it's... I don't know, it just feels less impactful. So I wanted everything to have some kind of footstep sound. And I don't know, if you imagine a sound for a carpet, even if it's not realistic, it's kind of like that kind of, you know, whatever that sound is. Class has ended. All good, so now you're free to enjoy your weekend. Or just put in the SpongeBob walking sound effect, that would be quite funny, wouldn't it? Yeah, that would be quite funny. I'll go do my schoolwork now. I don't have much to do. Oh, sounds good. Get it over and done with. Dirt is a good sound for carpet footsteps. You think so? I do have some dirt. I need to see how it sounds though. I mean, I could try it. I just need to change the name of the tag. Yeah, I think dirt's maybe a bit too much. See, that's why I went with grass, because I was like, if I go with dirt, it's probably a little too heavy, whereas grass is a bit softer sounding. Sorry bro, net cut out. Oh no, don't get me started on that. I hope it doesn't happen to me today. It's been happening every now and again. Hey small boy, nice to see you again. How's your game going? And is it Unity or Unreal? Little loud still. You think so? I got it down to 50%. Was it 60%? 70%? I've only got one earphone in right now, so it's hard to know exactly, but I'll try that for now, and then I'll probably come back to it and update that. So nothing we do today is final. We can always redo things. So there's going to be 2 documents you can find in the game. There's going to be a newspaper, and there's also going to be a... It's like a... kind of like a memo or something like that, or like a... from one of the job applicants. So I'm trying to think. We've got this room. We've got the storage room in here. Upstairs we've got the save room, which has got the key. Then we've got the computer room, which has the floppy disk. So I'm thinking about putting a document here. Probably going to have a fire extinguisher here. So if this room just has a fire extinguisher, I think I need to add something a bit more. So I can either put a newspaper here, or maybe put a newspaper here on the table that you can pick up and read. Since this is like a lobby area, it's probably more common to find a newspaper in this part of the game. So we'll do the same thing we did before. Newspaper. I think I used this one. And then we'll just put it here for now. So obviously placement and things, I'll update all this kind of stuff. I just need to make sure it's visible enough. So let's just say it's there for now, right? So obviously you would come over here, pick up the newspaper. I don't have the logic for it in this scene because I only made it in the other scene. So I'm going to have to make an element. See, rectally, this is the problem when you make things in one scene. You have to remake them over and over again. And I've got about 50 million scenes, so I don't want to have to, you know, redo this over and over again. So I'll probably do that just now, just to play it safe. I'll need to go back into the other scene, right, and remake that logic in a whole new scene so I can import all of it. I don't really like to do logic on stream because I like to just focus on the visual side of things, but I need to do this. So we need our template for opening a door, right? This is a very confusing template. This is a locked door, by the way. So if you've got a locked door, this is what it looks like. These doors are fine though, because these doors are just like, go up to them, press X, you're through. These ones are like, if you go up to it the first time it's locked, but then once you have the key, like I said, it will say you use the key, and then that'll update another variable, or it will add 1 point to the next one, and then it will open the door. I'm trying to think. I think there's only one more. I think this is the only locked door in the game, so I think we're okay there. I just need to take a template for this. It's not that difficult to remake, but I'd rather not have to think, oh, how did I make that before? So I'll just take a picture, right? You probably can't see it very well because of the green screen. So I'll remake this logic. Then it means I don't need to keep making it all the time. So let me see. Hopefully I've got enough space, by the way, because I've been saving locally lately. Let's see. I've got enough space. PS5's coming out soon, so I don't really care about my local space anymore. I'm going to have to save everything online again. So when I get the PS5, I can just transfer everything over. So let me see. Yeah, I'll do it from here. Okay, goodbye floor. So let's make a default logic element. I know you hate this, Reckley, because it uses up more of your visual space on your menu. But you know, I need to do this because I've got like I said, I've got a million scenes, right? So see if I'm importing this, it saves me a lot of time. So we basically had the controller sensor, right? We also had the sensor for being inside the zone. Oh, hold on. It's because I don't have any tags in the scene. This is good if you want to see how you build this from scratch, right? So I've got my my sensor that says you need to be inside this box, and the player will have a tag called player, and then this one's just going to be a tag that's sensed, and it basically senses this is the thing, what was the name again? Facing door, I think. It's not just facing door, but it's facing anything that I'm going to activate, and it needs to be global. Okay, it's got a control sensor. Need to make sure it's remote control. What else do we need? The carpet isn't very loud anyway. Yeah. Once I'm going to put my headphones on later. I can't do it right now because the stupid thing about the PS4 is you can't use a different headphone and a different mic. So I'm using my mic here, right? It's just a standalone mic. If I want to use this and my headphones, it will automatically use the microphone on my headphones, and it sounds like crap. So it's really annoying. I hope the PS5 fixes that. Let me use audio here and a different mic source. That would be perfect. Because the microphones on these headphones, they're not always that good. Whereas, you know, you buy a dedicated one, it's a lot better. So I needed an AND gate, so we need to activate all of these things. So we just have to put in you're facing the object, you're in the radius of it. You need to press X. Then there was the NOT gate that was activated until it's not, which is when you would use your modifier to get whatever the variable is. And then you need a variable that basically adds so that can be activated. What else do we need? We need a counter, just so it can only be activated once. Where's my counter? Here. So it's like if you hold the button, it doesn't keep repeating over and over again. So yeah, once we activate that, we'll activate that, and then that'll activate this. And I've also got a tag. So this is going to activate I think it's going to activate the cutscene. So the cutscene in the inventory is just sitting there waiting to be activated. So let's just say handgun ammo. So once that activates, the animation for the handgun ammo will trigger. So I think that's almost everything. I think it's just the text, but like I said, I don't really need the text because we're going to have that cutscene, so there's no point in me adding anything here. So I'll just leave it like that. So that's all you need for picking up an item, which will save and delete itself from the scene. Plus this will activate my cutscene for when you pick up the ammo. Basically the ammo comes towards the screen and it says you have picked up this piece of ammo. It's more dramatic that way. So I think that's almost everything. I just need the timeline so I can put in the little flashing animation. I think that's everything. Yeah. So I think I had another scene like this, but I'm going to make a new one. So I guess it's a contraption. It's logic, right? This doesn't really matter, to be honest, but since it's not public. But yeah, I think it's just a contraption. So let's just say logic. Let's just say logic. So we remember what we're dealing with. Right, so now I don't need to do that all the time. So now if I go back into this scene here, I should be able to just bring it into the scene, and we're good to go. Ta-da! It's going to save a lot of time. I'm going to update that, so I've got this logic for picking up things. I can probably use the same logic for the door. I mean, the door's pretty much the same, really. All it is the sensors. Press X, it activates the tag. So you could probably just repurpose this one. The only other logic I need to do is the lock door one. So there's a state when it's locked, a state when you've just unlocked it, and then a state where it's already unlocked. So that's the only bit of logic I need to update. But like I said, that's the only locked room in the demo, so I don't need to worry too much about that now. So let's see if we're updating this newspaper. I hate how this doesn't snap exactly. Right. So we'll make this newspaper flash. We'll do the same thing. We'll pick it up. I think I've got the logic sorted for the newspaper and the other documents. I just don't have it for the ammo, but I've got it for the key items. So the keys, the floppy disk, the fire extinguisher, documents. I've got it all ready. So I just need to import the inventory, and then I can show you what that's like. You know what I hate about making games in Unity? Staying motivated. I hate it so much. Everyone that tried making a full big game all by themselves has been here. I have made so many projects. Yeah, I know what you mean. You need to be really on the ball with your project. That's why I stream, because this keeps me motivated. Because obviously, if you're going to make a full game like this, it takes a lot out of you. I don't even want to think about Unity, because oh my god, that's probably extremely difficult. Maybe one day, we'll see. I'm just going to update this thumbnail here. Okay, looking good. You know what? I'm taking a break. Instead, I'll make something easier. I'll try to make a Dreams game. Wait, I still don't get motivated. Yeah, motivation is not easy. I guess do keep it small. Try and keep your goals small, so that every time you achieve something, it doesn't take you too long. Eventually, you'll have a demo. You'll have a trailer. That'll keep people interested. Because the way I made this game, I made it it's a practical way I made it, but for showing off the game, it wasn't so good. So originally I made this full game as blocks. So I said, these are all the rooms I want in the game, let's block it out. So I've got all the scenes ready, but obviously I can't share pictures or a trailer because the environments are just blocks or basic scenes. So from a promotion standpoint, I couldn't really do much. So I think in the future what I'll do is I'll probably put a bit more attention into the early scenes so that they look good, and at least they play a bit good, so I can promote things earlier, and that'll probably motivate me a bit more than it has been in the past. Yeah, you change the envelope. Hold on. You change the envelope thing to sound softer. Yeah, see, I don't even mess around with that kind of stuff. So it's... Where's the envelope? See, like all this kind of stuff, like compressors and EQs and distortion and filters and oscillators and granulation, and like, for me, I don't know. I know pan, I know how pan works, I know how pitch works, 3D panning, delays, reverbs, you know, that, I know that kind of stuff, but all this kind of stuff, I've got no idea. Like, I can experiment with it, and I can listen and see what looks good, but other than that, I'm a bit clueless when it comes to music, you know. I know, bro, it's a headache, it is. But Reckley's going to get his game out soon. I can feel it. He's getting closer and closer every day. See, even Reckley will admit when you stream, it helps a lot to motivate you, because you've got people with you. You know, you can't just sit around doing nothing. Like, you're on live, right? So you need to actually be doing things. So for me, streaming helps a crazy amount. I don't get to stream as much as I'd like, but I'm going to try and rectify that. I'm going to try and do more streams, just that I can't do them in the middle of the week all the time in the afternoon, so I'm probably going to have to do them like in the UK at lunchtime or something for like a couple of hours if I can. And I'll probably do it on Twitch, because I feel like when I do streams on YouTube, I like each video to have a purpose, which kind of sounds stupid. Whereas on Twitch, I can probably just do some random streams, because the Twitch streams delete after 2 weeks. They delete, so whereas the ones on YouTube stay forever. So I like to make sure they actually mean something, you know. Right, there we go. Right, I don't know the exact size for the flash, but let's just say it's like that, and in the middle of the two clocks, right? Right, so let me edit that. Right, let's see how glowy we need to make this. Right, 5% doesn't do anything, so imagine that. It's like, hey, look, there's a newspaper here. Pick me up. Look at me, I'm flashing so bright. Right, let's see. Let's try 25 again, like we did with the ammo. We'll see if that looks good. Hold on, I think I need to make it loop. Right. It might be a little too bright. Let's see how it looks in play mode. Yeah, I mean, you've got light already bouncing around, so when it flashes, it's like, I feel like it kind of gets your attention. Just this particular scene, there's like fire outside, so through the blinds, it's kind of, you can see the fire kind of flickering on the table. But I think you can see, yeah, we need to pick that up. I usually edit the footstep noises to sound more realistic and unique. It's definitely something I'll need to dive in further into. I've literally only just started it, so I've got like the basics. So we've walked on wood, walked on concrete, we've walked on carpet. So I'll get all the basics done, and then I'll go back over it and refine and refine and refine, and then hopefully it'll be pretty good. So I'll need to, once I put the inventory back in, I'll be able to change the name of this tag. So the variables can basically be, let's see, so yeah, this is file 2, I think, file 2, so that'll add file 2. This will get file 2. And then once I import my inventory, this will also activate the file inside the inventory. So like when you pick this up, you'll read the newspaper, you'll put it down, but you actually carry all the documents with you. So later in the game, if you want to, for whatever reason, if you want to read this newspaper again, you can in the inventory, just for your own records. It doesn't take up that much thermal to put text in, so it'll stay with you forever. Right, so we got that. So now we just need to hook it up to turning it on and off. The location will probably change, right? But let's just make something really quickly, right? Right, let's just fire it here, right? Whatever. Right, so it's roughly there, right? You just need to be inside this radius. And then, let me see, I think I had, some doors have gaps in them, so I have to use this sometimes. So it's like you need to be facing the newspaper, right? So you can't collide with it, so it just has a tag on it, so that when you face this, it activates basically. So that should work. So I'll just put in a placeholder piece of text here, just so I can see that it worked, right? Can be a text displayer, doesn't really matter. I think the way I did it though is I used this one because it was like you press X and it deletes. Technically I don't need to do that, but I'm just going to do it for now. Right, let's put it on the bottom of the screen, right? So let's just say, it's just for now. I'm going to delete this later, so. Right, so you found a newspaper, and then I think I had to reset that, didn't I? No, don't reset that, that's just for the door, isn't it? Let me see. I'd like to double check my logic. Yeah, I think it resets just so that it gets rid of the text. Okay. I don't know if I need that, because once this is there, you're not going to be able to use it again anyway. Let me see. Can we at least pick this up? Right. Obviously it didn't work because we need the variable first. Right, so let me just do this really quick. think that's all I have to do. Close, press X. I think that was it. I'm not really going to, like I said, I'm not going to put a lot of attention into that because obviously I'm not going to use that text. Just for now, just for now. So I'll just put the variable in there. I'm going to have to make another, probably another element that has like just all the variables, just to have like a library of them all. So I don't need to keep going back and forward, like, oh, what did I call that? What did I call this? So I'll do that off stream, I think, because I think that'll be quite boring. Right, so that was just basically file 2. Right, so let's see if that works then. Yeah, same idea. So the only difference here is that when I import the inventory, I'm not going to use that. So I'll import the inventory. I'll test it, right? I can't promise it's going to work flawlessly, but I'll test it and I'll see. Quick update, I'm finished my schoolwork. Excellent! Excellent, now you can enjoy your weekend. Big brain time, I know. Hey Judamar, welcome to the stream. It's free. What's free? LB just released a new 5-minute track. What are we talking about? Sorry bro, can you check your Twitter messages quick? Oh, okay. Sure. Let me see. Is that you sending me nudes again, Reckley? What's going on here? Oh, it's that cable. Right. Yes. Yes, that's the cable you need. Yeah. It's basically just as long as it's got the 3 bars. Because the 2 bars, I read about it, the 2 bars are basically left and right panning. Whereas the 3rd bar is microphone. So basically what you do is you plug it into your controller, you plug the other one into your phone or your PC or whatever works. I had some problem with my iPhone when I was using it. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't, but it worked every time on the computer. So if it doesn't work on your phone, yeah, you'll need to bring up a laptop or something, or a tablet, try some other device. But yeah, that's exactly what you need. Try not pay too much money for it. Also, it doesn't need to be a long cable unless you're recording something from a device that's far away. You know, like my cable is like really short. I think yours might be quite short as well. I think it's just 1.5. But yeah, there's no point in buying something that's, because I know the price goes up quite high when you buy something that's really much longer. But yeah, that's what you're looking for. That's exactly what you're looking for. Let me put this music back on again. Creepy Silent Hill time. Are you able to check it out near the end? I could do. Let me see. Done. Sometimes my chat goes crazy. I scroll down and then suddenly it goes right to the bottom, so I need to scroll back up again. Them fire tracks. Oh yes. Is it free? This game here, Dreams? Well, this game costs money, but the game I'm making is free. This game is free, but you have to have either a PlayStation 4 or a PlayStation 5 with Dreams, and then you can play this and tons of other games for free. So that's the only requirements. Hey Crick Vulture, welcome back. I've got the motivation by the bucket load, just lacking the free time. Oh, that's even worse, isn't it? See, I've only got this free time because quarantine. Since I don't need to travel, right? So that saves me like at least an hour every day, because I don't need to travel there, I don't need to travel back. It's good. And obviously I don't need to come and go around the place. I can just stay in this room, do all my work. It's great. But who knows how long this is going to last for. That's why we need to be an instant success, right? We need to transform this. We need to make this a full-time gig. A full-time gig. Come on. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to go back to work. No, it's gonna be horrible. I'm trying not to think about it though. I'm trying to just focus on what we're doing now. If I can at least get this game out, I'll be happy. The future, we'll see what happens with more games. But obviously, time permitting, I do plan to make a lot more. How's the stream being? This is why I have to plan beforehand what I'm going to make on stream. Yeah, I mean it does help. So, like even today, I know what I need to do, but like for example, when I need to redo this scene, right, all the graphics, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I just know I need to do something. So usually I get quite lucky and we find some kind of temporary solution. You came in late. I know what you like. Oops. Sorry, LB. We'll do better next time. Disgraceful. Disgraceful. How long have we been streaming for anyway? Like an hour and a half or something? It's quite good. Reckley's a machine when he streams. He streams for like 6 hours or something. I don't know how he does it. After 3 hours, my brain starts to go, oh. You know, I need to go have something to eat, get some fresh air, not kill myself, you know. He just keeps going. I think it's because he's so chill when he plays. You know, I'm not. I'm like, you know, I'm like too on the ball. That's my problem. There's a newspaper here next to the supernova explosion. What the hell? Regularly, do you stream on YouTube? It's probably answered you already, but yeah, he normally streams on Twitch. Quite late though in the UK, like 12 or 1 AM until like 6 or 7 in the morning. Basically ends when he has his Cheerios. Once you hear that cereal crack open, that's time to go, basically. Holy F&S. I just got the biggest scare of my life in Dreams. Really? What was it, like a game you were playing? Or was it one of those unintentional scares? You got spooked. I made an extremely loud noise that sounded honestly quite concerning. It was very loud. I closed the scene and the sound continued through my menu and I thought it broke. Alright. So you scared yourself? That will teach you to stop your crinkly audio experiments. I know, Dr. Van Crinkle. This time it was different though, it was way crazier. Do not share that. If that's what your track is today, I am not playing it. Sorry Crook, no on Twitch. No worries, I might get into Twitch a bit more in the PS5 era. See, my problem with Twitch is that the chat is so glitchy for me. Sometimes it just stops working, and the only way I can bring it back is if I close the app and bring it back up again, which is really annoying. Also, if you come in late to a stream, it doesn't log any of the chat, whereas on YouTube it does. So if you come in, you can scroll back and see what everyone's been bitching about you, right? That's why I like YouTube, so it's got a record of everything. The chat generally doesn't break. I feel like the interface is maybe a bit better. But having said that, I do want to do more on Twitch, just because I know the Dreams audience is kind of split, you know, between YouTube and Twitch. So before this game comes out, I do want to do some more streams on Twitch, just to get that audience familiar with the game, so they know that it's coming out soon. That's my main idea for it anyway. But when the PS5 comes out, I plan to do a lot more streaming. Like every new game that comes out, I'm going to stream on YouTube, but then I'm going to make videos on it afterwards. And then I think if I do like a playthrough, it's probably going to be on Twitch, because I feel like I don't want to clog this channel with like part 10 of blah blah blah. I think it's too much. When people look through the videos, it's going to get so clogged. So I'm going to try and keep this channel quite clean. We've got a couple of Dream streams. We're creating our game. Some Dreams videos, some other videos and other games now and again. And then I'll do the bulk, you know, the proper batch streaming on Twitch. That way people who are more interested in streams and they want to see me play like a full game. It's probably going to be Sackboy next week, and then it'll be Demon Souls and Cyberpunk and maybe Spider-Man. I've heard Spider-Man's meant to be better than the first one, but it is more like a DLC. So I think that the first Spider-Man, if you just play the story mode, like forget the side missions, it takes about 16 hours, which is quite a lot. And the new one takes about 8 hours. So it depends how you look at it. 8 hours is shorter, but it's not bad. Apparently it fits, it's not too bloated, the runtime's perfect. It's just whether or not you can justify 8 hours for like $60 or whatever, £50. But I think if you look at older games like Uncharted 2 and Uncharted 3, they were 8 hours long and they were great games. So I don't feel a game needs to be huge, but I don't know. That's one for you guys to discuss, I think. There's nothing boring about video games and their development. Oh, really? Yeah, I've noticed that, because when I watched Reckley, right, he's so focused on his details, right? Like, he'll look at this plant pot and he'll be like, I need to morph this into a masterpiece. And he sometimes says that his streams are boring, but I find them quite fascinating. Like, I especially like to watch a stream of someone creating whilst I'm creating at the same time. I feel like it's quite motivating to know like you're doing something alongside the other person. So no doubt people do that with this stream as well. They like to create whilst they've got this on in the background. You don't feel so alone anymore. It's quite good. It's so fascinating. Yeah, hopefully once this looks... See, I always worry like when I'm doing a rough version of a scene, you know, it maybe doesn't look so good, but once we've got it looking pretty sharp, it's gonna be pretty good. Right, so let me see if I can what am I looking for? I'm looking for my inventory. There's my inventory. Right, bear with me, right? It's a crazy ass inventory, right? Not very optimized either. So these are the items that you're going to use in the game. So you've got a floppy disk, you've got a fire extinguisher. You're not going to use all these keys. These are just different colours, just to experiment. This is when you get to the hospital. Some key cards. I'd have to turn this on so you can see. This is another puzzle. You've got like a brain and a heart, you know. But you're only going to use these ones here for the demo. Like a key. Up here, look. A key. Floppy disk and a fire extinguisher. That's all you're going to find. Plus the two documents. You've got the newspaper and the you've got the newspaper and the whatever it was the other document was. So we've got the character here. So this is basically, you've got trophies as well. There's the health, there's the ammo, the gun. Here's them duplicated again. Basically, these are the ones that animate on screen. Right, so bear with me here, right? Because I need to make sure everything's working. Because look, I've got some placeholder things here. So I've got like ammo, clips, how many first aid kits you've got, what your health is on. So this is like low health. So if I turn it up to 3, that will be our max health. You've got 3 stages: low, medium, high. File. This is just if you've activated the file, right? So we're looking for file 2, right? There's the trophies as well. So let's say this is on 0, right? let's say this is file 2. File 2. So these are I've got logic here that basically saves a record. So once that detects file 2, it activates it on the main menu, but then I've got the actual animations here. So if you want to watch file 2, the newspaper, you need the file 2 tag. So bear with me here, right? Because I've not actually prepared this for today. It might not work out so well. Right, so let me just see in our scene here, because we need... Right, we don't need that anymore. So basically I'm going to add that. This tag needs to activate... let me see, is it? It's been a while since I've worked on this logic. I know it looks really confusing. So I've got the activation here, so I don't actually need it in the other scene. Right, that's fine, that's fine. Because down here I've got a tag here, see? So I don't actually need this tag. Because basically once I activate this, or maybe no wait, I do actually, because this is only if you read the newspaper inside the menu, whereas when you pick up the newspaper you want to read it right away. So I'll still need to activate file 2. So I don't like doing logic on stream because I'm not prepared. Right, file 2. Right, so that should automatically start the file, and it should also enable it in the main menu, right? So like, bear with me here, right? Because this might not work at all. Hopefully Twitch streaming will be better on the PS5. Yeah, same with YouTube as well, because this is the best I can get it, right? My green screen's not perfect, right? Because sometimes the light changes and it's not so good. The tracking on the PlayStation camera, it's not so good. I was actually on Skype the other day, and I wasn't using a green screen. It was literally just me and my background, and if you go into the camera settings, you can actually enable a green screen effect. So like, I put a background behind me, and it was perfect. I was moving around, and it knew exactly where my body was, even without a green screen. I don't know how it done it. It's so advanced. PlayStation 4 cannot do that. So hopefully the PlayStation 5 can do that. Like, even without a green screen, you can still cut out your background. Because it worked surprisingly well. Like, if you've got Skype, give it a go. Go into your camera settings and change the background, and it'll automatically cut out without a green screen. It's excellent. So I would like that on the PS5. I'd also like the ability to do more with overlays on the screen. So the only overlays you can do in the PS4 is if you enable the one that you do, Reckley. You know, you've got the chat on the right, and you can also add a message on the bottom of the screen. Like, that's the only way you can do it, is if you enable the entire thing. I don't want the chat on the side of the screen, so there's no other way for me to put a message on the screen, you know, without also enabling that thing. So if it allows me to add a message here, or, you know, do something here, even if we have the chat, I can resize it. You know, it doesn't need to be a big full thing on the side of the screen, because I don't want that. I don't want that. If it gives me more customization, but I don't think it's going to let me do it. I'm not going to hold my breath, to be honest. That's why I'm saving up for a proper streaming PC, so I can actually, you know, do all this stuff anyway. Definitely, I'm hearing Twitch is much better integrated into the system. Sounds good. Thought I might get furloughed again, but nope. Bruv, I don't even notice the time slipping away, it just disappears. Yeah. I only notice because I get really hungry and I start to get a headache, and then I'm like, what's the time? Like, oh, I've been streaming for like 3 hours, no wonder I'm starving. I think it's cause I'm streaming like at a time when I should probably go eat something. You know, my body's used to having a meal at this time. Hello Joe, welcome. Get a big John Jed Steve leg as well. You crooked and alpha. Big threesome in the leg. It's gonna be great. Craters and arms. That's it. It's actually a good little slogan. We should use something with that. Just ordered the cable. Should come Sunday. Maybe. I don't even know if post works on a Sunday. Good luck with that one. Dreams is very watchable. Seeing how different people create is very cool. Better say nice things about me, Crooked. Right? There's a lot of extremely talented creators out there, and I don't consider myself one, right? Because I'm not an artist, right? So automatically that puts me down a peg. But don't judge me so harshly on this, right? Judge me on my final product, right? So here's basically the inventory system. You'll have the character on the left there. I think she's just got gravity turned on, so I think she fell through. So you can see here I've got my health system. I tried to do it like a heartbeat, like da 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 da. Look, see if I've got a blue background. Look, I'm almost invisible. You can just see my neck. I'm a floating head almost. How creepy would that be? So right now you can activate this. So you get the game manual. It's a classic survival horror game. Ammo, health, sprays are limited, so use them wisely. Enemies can be tackled head on or avoided depending on your playstyle. Search various locations to find as much ammo as possible. Items such as keys can be stored in your inventory after picking them up. Items are essential to navigating throughout the game as well as solving puzzles along the way. You can interact with the environment to gain additional details. You never know what you may learn or find. So that's what's going to happen. Once we've activated that file too, it should also be in the inventory here. So I'll try and activate it by picking this up, right? Wish me luck here. Right, so we still need to delete that text, but you get the gist, right? Let me delete that text, because we don't need that anymore. So what's going to happen is I'm going to read the newspaper as soon as I pick it up, and then I also have access to it in the inventory. So boom, we picked it up. So there you go, local health and decline. It's a huge cause for concern regarding new release figures which indicate a rise in health scares. The rate at which patients are being admitted to the local St. Bovina hospital is alarming. So you get the idea, right? We read through the newspaper. You can go back and forward, and then you close it. And yeah, I need to update the logic. So you get the idea, right? So once that ends, it should unlock in my inventory. So let's just pretend, right, that I just unlocked it, right? Right, so give me a second here, right? I just need to... Let's see. Right. So, like, just imagine we picked it up, right? I need to fix the logic, because it's activating twice. So we've just picked it up, we've read it, we came back, we're here. So now, if you want to read it again, hopefully this works, it should be in your inventory. So there you go. It's updated, so local health and decline, number 2, and then you can read it again if you want, which is quite cool. So even if we're in a different scene, we can still read it again, and you'll have that with all the files that you can collect. You can read them all again whenever you want, and then obviously we've got the trophies as well, 12 story trophies. And then we've got challenge trophies, got about 30 of them so far. So yeah, I'm trying to be quite ambitious, let's just say. But yeah, I'll need to fix some of the logic there, because obviously it wasn't working properly. I don't know if that's to do with this, because I think think what's happened is I've activated it, but I've also activated it in the menu at the same time, so I think I'm going to have to update the menu a little bit so that doesn't happen. You get the idea. I'm going to delete the menu right now because the inventory, sorry, because I don't want it to clash with the scene. Once I've got the inventory working properly, I'll redo all that. So that's that room kind of done. So we've got the newspaper. Then we need the fire extinguisher. In fact, I don't know if I can just find like a box or something. Let's see. This is taboo for Reckley, he would never do this. What, nothing's loading? What's going on? What's up with the Dreamiverse today? Right, I think it was this one that I used. Necrophage. What the hell? Nothing's loading? What's going on? Normally when this happens I need to back out and then go back in again. So let me just save this. I'll do that quickly. By the way, LBA, I was the whole time here and already have to go, not because of the leg. Yeah, sure. The leg's going to get you no matter what. Don't you worry about that. Oh, I've got tons of leg emojis coming about. LBA, quickly get the leg. I know, I had to delete them because I was running out of thermal space. So I'm going to have to create a scene that's literally just John, Jerry, Steve. So I can just quickly jump in and out. Right, annoyingly I need to do this to reset. So hopefully it should work now. Ta-da! This is kind of what I wanted. I don't know, is that just a sign? Yeah, it's a sign. I wanted the, you know, the box you can get the fire extinguisher inside. No one's made it. Devastated, I'm devastated. What fire extinguisher did they use? I think it was the necrophagiac. Yeah, Reckley was trying to make his own fire extinguisher as well. I think you removed it though, didn't you? Basically, I need a fire extinguisher, but I need it already wall mounted in like a casing. Technically I don't even need to put this here. I literally just need... Right, hold on. I literally just need something that's like extremely basic, right? Just enough that I can pretend that it's a box, right? We'll make it like that, right? This is my sculpting skills, Reckley. Be prepared to be amazed. Right, is that enough? That fire extinguisher is quite big though, so I don't know, just say it's like that, right? So I'll put the fire extinguisher here, right? It's basically just a box that holds the fire extinguisher, and it has a key. It's not gonna be made of glass or anything like that. So we'll just pretend that is my world class fire extinguisher holder, right? Does the job, right? I just need to spray paint it a little bit, you know, fire extinguisher, no, put a key there. No one will ever know the difference, right? See? Perfect. You have an excuse, is that right, Joe? LB, you should take a picture of your office and then put it behind you on the green screen. That would be weird. Well, I mean, technically I could if I wanted like perfect lighting, so the lighting wouldn't change. I could do that. Yeah, that's one way to do it. But yeah, the PS5 is probably not going to let you put an image behind you. If it does, that would be cool. I could probably create like a... we could actually use Bovaretta's basement dungeon, put it in the back. That would be good. I could even put Bovaretta on the screen as well. Gamarino, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Are you using tags and detecting them from other logic? Is there any better than using wireless emitters? To be honest, I come from Little Big Planet, so for me using tags are kind of second nature. Wireless transmitters, I tried to use them before, but for some reason they didn't pick up the signal correctly. No idea why, maybe it was a bug, because that was back in like the beta when I used them. So I'm just sticking to the way I know how to do them in Little Big Planet. As long as it doesn't take up too much thermal and it gets the job done, for me it's just one way that I can wrap my head around it. But yeah, there's probably, like I said, logic, there's always a lot of different ways that you can make stuff, so what works for me might not work for someone else, you know. As long as it gets the job done, that's all I'm happy about, you know. The link I sent you will show a proper gaming PC. Oh my god, it's going to be like a proper beast with tons of lights and everything. Oh god, it's a virus link. Oh no, don't do it. Don't click on it. Yeah, I'm not going to click on anything right now anyway. Maybe Joe's given the virus to distract you from giving him the leg. He's still going to get it. He's going to anger me if I get a virus. I'm going to give him a viral leg as well. It's a link to a PC part picker site where I made the list. Yeah, I mean, you sent me that on Discord, didn't you? The Dreams Gang. I know, the Dreams Gang all together at last. You don't want the viruses, Joe. The Corona PC virus. Technically, could you not just get like a picture of like a bottle of Corona on your screen and then just say, look, I've got a virus? Funny. LB, you're lucky that you have this to stream. You don't have to really worry about figuring out what to do. I'm still at a loss for my own stream. Do you mean like Dreams? Because I'm more comfortable streaming Dreams. Yeah. I mean, maybe that's what you need to do. Maybe you just need to stream Dreams. Just make your project. I don't know. Because yeah, I was trying to think about other games that I could play other than Dreams, and to be honest, there's not many. Like games that I could properly play like all the time, because like Dreams has got infinite value, replay value. If I play another game, like I tried to play Warframe, because it was another game that you could just keep playing and playing and playing. But yeah, it's kind of lost interest, and to be honest, I'm not really the kind of person that plays the same game over and over again. Like once I complete a game, if I really like it, I'll play it again, but most of the time I'll move on. Like Spider-Man, completed it, got platinum. That was good for me. I don't play it anymore. Whereas Dreams is obviously a different gravy, you know, it's lets you do so much. But yeah, and I do need to find more games like Dreams. I don't play Minecraft, so that's out the window. Not that it's a bad game, I just don't take to it. Genshin was alright when we tried it. Could I play that all the time though? I don't know. Because I would happily stream Little Big Planet as well, but it's kind of dead now, so I don't think it's going to turn out so well. Right, let me change the name of this here. Right, so just put the fire extinguisher. Right, let's just do that for now. Fire extinguisher. So obviously it's going to be locked the first time around. So I'll just bring out that text again. You can animate this text, can't you? You can... Where is it? In here? Yeah, you can animate it, which is quite cool. I wasn't sure if I was going to do that yet. Like, does the text just appear on the screen or does it animate? I wasn't sure what one I was going to do. So, I don't know. It's locked. It's locked. There's nothing you can do. Right, hold on. It's another thing as well. I don't know how you sit correctly when you stream, but it's like for me, I get it's not really a bad back. It's like a bad front. I don't know. It's like I think when I concentrate too much, I don't slouch, but I feel like I need to stretch my back a bit because the front part as well kind of hurts. All the pressure when you sit that way for too long. I was actually looking at gaming chairs, also like really good office chairs as well, that have like a proper spine support, but they're insanely expensive. And I'm just like, you know, if I'm going to spend any money, I'd rather get it on a gaming, streaming PC. Although I can maybe suffer a little bit. That's why I don't stream for too long as well, because I start to feel quite bad. But obviously if I was to stream like more regularly and stream for like, I don't know, more than 3 hours, like 5 hours like you do, I would definitely need to upgrade my chair because if I was doing this every day for 5 hours, I think I'd be in a wheelchair at some point, you know. Right, so let's just fire that there. Right. I don't know if this works, right, because see this one, right, I don't think it toggles on and off. I think it activates and then that's it. I think that's why I used this one. It's probably a way you can redo it, but I think that's why I used this one, because at least it's got logic built in that you can just disable it, like if you press X. It saves me having to make logic for it, I can just use this one. So the same thing, just put it on the bottom. Right, wait. Right, it's locked. And that should go here. So now I just need to, again, just reset this. Make it slightly bigger than the actual object because you don't want it to be too difficult for the player to actually interact with it. Maybe like that. And we can probably just change this to object, so you need to actually face the box again. And that should work, hopefully. Hey Tom! Hope we're doing well. Thanks for jumping in today. Yeah, we're trying to get our survival horror demo ready. Still don't know when it's going to be ready. I'm going to try and get it out before the PS5 comes out. I'm still going to play Dreams, obviously, but I'd rather get it out, you know, so I can focus on other things. Kinda sounds German. Natch name? What the hell? What's that? Might be lag. Could be lag as well. Who knows? That's another reason why I want the PS5. Get a better frame rate on this game. Because apparently when you emit objects too fast, sometimes there's frame problems, and if there's frame problems, the logic doesn't activate properly. Right, it means second name. How Schmuman's evil noise has destroyed the entire Dreamiverse. I didn't really think about that, but you're right. Do they know how to speak German or understand German words? What, a German guy knows how to speak German? No way. I just removed the mechanic, but the extinguisher is still there. Oh, okay, just as a backup. That's wise. You never know, you might use it. PSA for all dreamers to reduce thermal space. In the mode section, try the playtest, switch to heat map, and then use that as a guide to reduce all the physics in the scene to low with no collision. Yeah, that's something that I really need to do, because I think it's in here, isn't it? Where is it? In here. Everything's my physics are all medium because it's just the default. I could definitely put it to low. I don't know how much thermal I would save if I put it all down to low, but obviously it's better than nothing. And you're right, with no collision, things that you can't actually collide with, like this sign for example, you're not going to collide with that, so there's no need to have collision. You know, like the racks here, the blinds, I don't know. Most of the paintings definitely don't need collision on them. Oh, we've got a German conversation going here. Then create invisible collision boxes for all things that you want to collide. Yeah, I was going to do it kind of like that, but it was like mostly for the gaps. So you can see here there's like a gap like here and here. So obviously I don't want the player to go through here and get stuck. So I was just going to create like an invisible wall that kind of goes around and just stops them from going like actually physically towards the object. That way they don't get stuck. But if it helps with thermal as well, then that's good too. Also, everything I said above takes a lot of time, so it's best to do it when you start sculpting. Yeah, too late for me, I've done everything already. I don't mind optimising though, because I'm just trying to take my time with this, and if I see an improvement, then that's a good day's work for me. It means that's great, congratulations. And I need to learn some German so I can understand what's going on here. At the one after means damn autocorrect. You don't like autocorrect? Have a pop-up ad on the screen showing the COVID cell with the words hot viruses on your area. Wireless transmitters are good if you want to transfer a number or more complex signal instead of just an on signal. Perhaps keep that in the back head. Right, keep it in there. Yeah, could be good. Is it kind of like the variables? Like it's got a number? I don't really deal with complex logic, so I'll need to see when I can use it. Definitely stream LittleBigPlanet 3 and play with viewers. Play, create. I don't know if I'll play with viewers because the lag is so bad in LittleBigPlanet. Like, oh my god, it's terrible. I barely ever played LittleBigPlanet with people. It was always so laggy. So laggy. But I did have an idea. I was talking to Hal Schmooman about I want to try some PS4 games on the PS5 just to see what the performance is like. So I'm going to try LittleBigPlanet 3 just to see if the thermal's better. Probably not, but just to see. The frame rate is quite important, because if you remember LittleBigPlanet, when there was like too much going on the screen, the frame rate was so bad, like you would like walk through sludge. It's awful. So it's like if you tried to make a detailed environment, particularly if you made like a forest and you were walking through it, the frame rate would kill you. So I'm hoping that the PS5 can at least make LittleBigPlanet 3 work without, you know, dying. And I also said to him that I might go back to LittleBigPlanet 3 like briefly, because I want to do like a challenge. I want to see if I can make a short little arcade game in LittleBigPlanet, make the same game in Dreams, compare the two, and see which one people prefer, and see if there's much of a difference. Because I am kind of choking to go back to LittleBigPlanet, test it out, see what's going on there, you know. Right, I think that's everything here, so I think I can probably test that now. Stream Demon Souls remake. I won't stream Snipe and Invade Honest. I'll be watching you. You can join me. You can be my co-op partner, and I'll kill you myself. No, I'll stream all the new games. Like my plan is to stream them all on YouTube first. So like I'll stream like one stream on Sackboy, one on Demon Souls, one on Cyberpunk, Spider-Man, so on. But then if I'm going to complete the game, I'll probably do all that on Twitch, because I don't want to clog the channel with too many videos about completing a game, especially Cyberpunk. Can you imagine how many streams I need to do to complete Cyberpunk? It's going to take me forever. So I'd rather do that on Twitch. That way I can keep like a one-off stream on YouTube, and then I can just make videos on YouTube. So I think that might be better. Right. Is this working? No. I think I know why. It's because her detection is a little too low. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to use the I don't think I'm going to be able to use the object there. I think I'm going to have to use my other method. Use this. Ta-da! Right, just whatever, right? Just for now, right? Just to see if we can get this working at least. Right, and then I need to label it. Right, that's already labelled. Right, let's try that again. Obviously there's no camera angle for the fire extinguisher because I wasn't anticipating that I was going to put it there. So it's like when you come here you can kind of see it's there. Normally I only make objects that you can pick up flash, but I might make that flash as well, just so it's not like a background detail, so people realise, hey, wait a minute, I can actually interact with this. So, is it going to work for me? No, hold on. Right, it's the face and door's not working. Why is it not working? Let me see. Because technically I'm facing it, so I don't know why it's not working. Oh wait, it is working. Wait a minute. Oh, it's because it's... Why is that active? Do I have a fire extinguisher variable somewhere? Ah, I do, look! This was so that I could open this door. You need to have the fire extinguisher to go through this door. That's why. So it thinks I've already got the fire extinguisher. That's why, that's why. Silly me, silly me. Just reset that. What the hell? Right, there we go. It's reset now. So let's try that again. Now it should work. See, sometimes just like silly mistakes that creep up. Right, so there you go. It's locked. So I'll probably make that flash as well, just so we can actually see, you know. I have a corner sofa with the perfect length for me to sit back and relax. You're so lucky, so lucky. I don't know what if you use a headset on your head or if you have a mic, because mine is like this, right? So I need to be a little close to it so you can hear me. Obviously, if you've got one in your head, you can go anywhere you want. Doesn't matter. But cause mine is here, I need to be like close to the mic. So if I'm lying on the sofa, I can't use this mic because it doesn't balance anywhere. You know, I could buy a mic stand, but I don't know. This mic's quite heavy. I don't know. I need to go like at a music store or something. But I don't know. I don't want to put a big mic stand in my living room. It's a bit too much, I think. But if there's a way for me to actually stream in the sofa in the future, because like I've got the green screen right behind me. Technically, I could stream anywhere I want. I could be lying on the sofa right now, and you'd never know. I could be on the beach right now. You just never know. That's the good thing about the green screen. Because obviously if I don't have it, you can notice when I'm in different locations. Because I'm in a different location now from what I normally stream in. I'm normally on the other side of the room where the blinds are. The blinds are over that way. Behind me right now is like a... It's like a closet to keep office supplies and some other things. God knows what else is there. But yeah, that's what I like about the green screen. At least I can stream anywhere and you won't notice. It's good. But yeah, the idea is that I have to always bring my PS4 into the office and then back into the living room every time I stream, because we watch Netflix there, so I need to bring it back and forward, or we play games or whatever. And obviously it's not ideal. It's a pain in the ass having to set up the PS4 every time. So when the PS5 comes out, it's going to be a big bulky machine, and if I need to bring that in and out every time I stream, I'm going to go crazy. So if I could keep the PlayStation in the living room, set up the green screen behind me on the sofa, and then make it possible that I can actually lay back and still have the camera and the microphone, because I'm going to need something to hold the camera. Because you know, you see people streaming on the PS4 and they're lying on their sofa, the camera's away over at their TV, so they're like away back. You know, I need to get a bit closer, so I need to find something to bring the camera closer to me, something to balance the mic. It's a pain in the ass. That's why I need a desk. That's why I come in here. It's so much easier. Let's put the glow there. It's a pain, isn't it? Sometimes when you try and stream, you want it to be perfect, but sometimes not so perfect. Or you need to make some sacrifices as well. Alright, I don't know. Let's go for that. And then we'll just update that. How bright do we want to make this glow? See, for this 25% is too much because it's just a solid colour. It's just like the white map. So I think like 5% might do the job. Hold on, let me turn this off. Obviously I'm going to update this, but it looks very video gamey, obviously, but we are inside Dreams, so we can't assume that everyone's playing this game because they love survival horror games. We need to assume that some people are not used to that. Right, so that's probably a bit too bright. If I do use that, I'll probably reduce it a bit to like 3%. Let's try that. Got there eventually. So just as long as it's not like too invasive, you know. So right now it should be locked. So yeah, that's basically the items we're going to have. Get the fire extinguisher, you need the key or something like that. We've got our document here, which we can read. But I think that's all the items that are going to be in this part. So I think I'll save this here, and then we'll just move on to the next part. So I'll get the save room probably next, because that's got the key. I'll need to update the key graphic, because that was like an old key that I used. So there's no items in this hallway, at least not to my knowledge. The bathroom, I might put like a health. Actually, let me do that. Let me do that now. I'll put like a health spray. see what it is. That one looks quite cool, but I used another one. I used a medical one. What the hell is that? Where's my can? Where's my can? Right, I think I used this one. Right, just for now, right? So here's the thing, I'm going to have to play test this, figure out what rooms are going to have health, ammo, items, documents. It's going to take me a while to find all that stuff. So this camera's here, so I'm probably going to have to turn it so you can clearly see that's where the health is. Right, let me see how that looks. So it's like you can see the health from here. I can maybe turn it a little bit so this side of the camera can see it as well. But here it's very obvious. Turn it round a bit. Like that maybe. Right, so at least you can see it on both cameras. Like, oh, there's a health there. Doo-doo. Pick up the health. And some toilet paper, if you want. What's cool about this area is that when the male character, the second character, comes to this section, it's going to be different. So you can see there's blood underneath the stall. For this character, maybe nothing happens, but for the other character, maybe something does happen. So yeah, I think for this character it's just going to be health and a little bit of a scene here. Maybe there'll be like a noise here, like you can hear something happened, but you don't actually open the door. Alright, see you later, Joe. At some point whenever you left. Hey, the King of Spring, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Do you think there's any merit to the Silent Hill remake rumours? Yeah, let's say yeah. Because Konami really shit the bed when they ruined the PT, right? Silent Hills. So obviously it would be nice if they tried to redeem themselves a little bit. I hope there is, at least. Love Silent Hill. Gotta say, I do prefer Resident Evil a little bit, but can't argue with Silent Hill, it's so good. But if they remake it, they really need to remake it. They can't do like the Prince of Persia remake, where it's like a cheap remake. They really need to go for it. Otherwise, what's the point, you know? Right, so health. Let's just put the full title in. Health spray. Bathroom, right? Right. See, it's handy having this. I don't need to make it all the time. It's going to have an animation as well. So I'll just put in health spray. I'm assuming that's what it's called. Then we just need to fix this again. Okay. Literal zone, Halschmumen. I'm in the literal zone. Okay. Whatever. Let's keep it like that. And then for the... we need to disable that. Oops. Make it flash. Does get a bit repetitive when you're doing the same thing over and over again, but hey, that's my fault. I've got so many components in this game. Oops, 0. But yeah, is anyone else looking forward to a potential Silent Hill remake, remaster, whatever you want to call it? I do think we'll see more Silent Hill sooner or later. What are you streaming on Twitch nowadays? Basically, I'm going to keep doing Dreams, but when the PS5 comes out, I'm going to do a lot of PS5 games on Twitch. So I'm slowly getting into Twitch, but once the PS5 comes out, I'll be like right on that. So I don't know if you caught what I said before, but I basically said on YouTube, anything that's not Dreams, I'll stream it like maybe once on YouTube, but then all the other playthroughs I'll do on Twitch, so I don't clog up the system, you know. Right, let's do it like that. Okay, it was more like that, wasn't it? Right, in we go again. Hold on, I didn't actually see if that... What did that do? Oh, look, it only does that part, look. Hold on, I think I'm going to have to... Apparently it's only updating the colour on this part? Or was I just doing that wrong? Aha, I think I just selected the wrong thing. Right. Let's try 5, right? Because it's white, it's a clear colour, so let's see what that looks like. Hold on, you get it perfect. And you make it loop. So, I mean, there is some flickering lights in this scene. Let's see. But you can kind of see it. Maybe it's a little too bright. Because there's some scenes that are like, the hallway had a lot of light, so when it flashes, you need to make it a little bit brighter. But in dark scenes like this, you probably don't need to make it quite as bright. I think it's like the fire extinguisher. I think I need to make it like 3 maybe. I think that'll be better. Yeah, just a subtle flash, you know, nothing too extreme. Hope so too, yeah. Most PS4 games tested on PS5 so far seem to be running at a locked 60 frames per second. Actually pretty damn impressive. That's good. It's really good. I'm looking forward to playing some PS4 games which suffered a little bit. If you think about Control, if anyone's ever played Control, I've got a regular PS4 and it suffers from some frame rate problems, like when you're in combat with like a few different enemies, and there's a lot of visual effects when they're like throwing fireballs at you, and you're, you know, throwing the environment back, and everything's going crazy. There's some moments where the frame rate dips, and it's quite noticeable. It's not enough to ruin it, but it's like, it would be good if it never had it. So I think the Pro, it doesn't have that problem on the Pro, so I would look forward to playing that on the 5. Sadly, I don't get the upgrade for Control, so I won't be able to test out the ray tracing. Sadly, it's one of those games where it's like, nah, you need to pay for the upgrade if you want it. So yeah, I'm not going to get that version. But it'll be good to try some old games, especially the PlayStation Plus collection that we get. It's full of games that I never got originally. So like Monster Hunter, Persona 5, What else is there? Technically I got Days Gone, but it wasn't mine, so I've got Days Gone. Same with God of War. I played it, but it wasn't mine, so now I've got it. Uncharted 4. What else is there? Try to think. You know what game I'm looking forward to playing in 60? Bloodborne. I'm telling you. It runs at 30 frames, right? It's an amazing game, but if I can play Bloodborne in 60 frames, it's going to be so good. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it works out as I'm expecting it to. I just got a gaming PC as when I joined back to the stream. What are the odds? You got a gaming PC? I never knew that. Oh, a gaming PC ad? Okay. See, Google's listening. They're like, they're talking about gaming PCs. Let's give them a gaming PC ad. I know what you're up to, Google. I just use the camera mic. I put it on the table next to me. Yeah. I mean, it's the camera mic is good. But I think my couch is probably a little too far back. Not super far, but I don't think the mic quality is going to be so good. Plus I like my microphone. It's very, very nice. I don't know if this stream butchers it, but normally when I record it's quite good. DualSense is a built-in mic. You'll be able to sit wherever you like soon, LB. But that mic's going to be trash. Oh, it's going to be so bad. No thank you. No thank you at all. Dude, I can't stand being raided. Being raided? I don't even think you can get raided on YouTube, so... Or can you? I don't know. I know you're sitting there, you know, all nice, and then suddenly all these people come in and go, oh, what are you doing? Oh, that's so cool. Ah. But raids are good technically, because obviously you want to grow your channel, but yeah, maybe during the raid it's not so good, because you're kind of overwhelmed. That Twitch raid thing is so weird. I know, it's like people just burst down the door to your house and they're like, hey, welcome, surprise visit, and you're sitting there in your underpants like, oh great,